sure you put your Loctite on it. Screw this all the way down. Get it to where you want. Go ahead and tighten this down. Put my bushings over top of it. Okay, so that's finished. Alright, now we're on the back rack. You have your 3 bolts that you're going to put in. They're the ones with the Allen wrench on the top. 2 long ones go in the front tube. Short one goes in the back one. Just going to go ahead and put some Loctite on these. And again, you don't have to kill it with Loctite, but just make sure you get some on there. I'm going to line it up with my 3 holes here in the back. And you're going to use your Allen wrench. I'm cheating because we have a little tool we use in the shop here for these. And do these kind of evenly. You don't want to bring one all the way down. And once you get them all started, you just want to go through and tighten them all down. Alright, so now your rear rack is on there. Our next step that we're going to do is your little fender for the rear. It's your little fender. Goes on the back. We'll get our Phillips head screwdriver and the 2 remaining small screws that are in the bag. Take those 2. Again, you don't need any Loctite on these. I'm just going to come to the rear of the scooter here. And this is just going to snap in place. Just slide it up here. Put it here. And then on the back side, you're just going to put these 2 little screws in. When I put them in on the back side, they're going to go through the backs here on both sides of these. Like I said, these are pretty easy scooters to put together. The front nose piece is probably not that it's difficult, it's just tedious. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but other than that, they go together pretty easy. And you want to make sure they're lined up. I didn't have that one lined up. Okay, now that that's done, shut the seat, get our tools out. And in your bag of bolts, there's a nut on there. It's the largest nut in there. That's a lock washer. What we're about to do, it's important to make sure that you use this lock washer on the front steering wheel. Alright? What I'll do is I'm going to lift the scooter out. It's easier if you have two people. I'm just going to do it by myself, but just lift this back scooter up, put it off to the side. Your center kickstand down here. Just going to lift it up, put it down on your stand. What that does is it takes the pressure off the front of the scooter. Now I can tilt the scooter back, and we want to remove this front axle bolt. The nut that's in the packaging, that's what's going to go on this. This is not a lock washer, so you don't want to use that. So I can discard that nut. You might need a hammer to tap it off. Use rubber mallets here, but just going to get it started coming out of the spot. Your spacer's on the inside of this bolt that comes through here. Do not lose that spacer. It's very important. Now slide this bolt all the way out. Alright, front wheel assembly. You have your axle bolt, you have your front wheel spacer, and you have your lock washer that'll be inside the plastic bag when you get your scooter. First thing you want to do is take this spacer on the disc brake side and just slide it in here. And these front wheels can be a little tricky, but if you just take your time with it, you should be able to get it without too much trouble. Make sure that disc brake is slid into your disc brake pads. Then you can go ahead and start this bolt and just let it set in there. And as you lift this up, make sure you keep your spacer in there. So as I lift up on this, I'm just going to put my finger on there to hold it in place. Once I get it lined up, I can put my bolt in there. Once you get your bolt in there, your wheel will start staying in place for you. If you come over to this side,